Hey guys, welcome to Real Talk. This is episode 3. We have some new members with us today. Over here is the lovely KP. And over here on the other side is Heather. Beautiful. Diana, of course. And Beloved. Gorgeous. And Terrence is running away from this topic today because it's about relationships. Ooh. And it's also all girls. So let's get right into it. KP?
From personal experience, I think relationships work because communication's at its best, trust is at its highest, and I feel like sometimes when they don't work, it has a lot to do with lack of communication and lack of trust. A lot of men and women, they don't know how to woo people. I mean, I feel like that's been lost throughout years. I mean, there's internet now, and there's cell phones and all this stuff, and like that's where most of the relationships occur. I mean, can you really say, oh, I've had a nice, decent conversation with a person I've just gotten to know personally? No, it's mostly behind, technology, and I think also technology plays a big part in the downfall.
What do girls look for in a guy? Well, one, is he hot? Like, serious? No. But, okay. So, attraction to the other person is definitely serious when it comes to a relationship. But there's also a lot of like personalities and just little quirky things that someone does that makes them attractive to you. Like personally, I like guys who are like nerdy, cute, and attractive. I don't know, it's just how it happens. But it's also somebody who really has to understand you and where you're coming from, your beliefs, how you were raised. Someone who could like get you on all levels.
Okay, I think with me, when I'm looking at a guy, obviously I agree with Heather. It's nice if he's cute.
Woo!
So that's important. You need to feel that attraction. But it's also personality too, and just like, are they a gentleman? So if they're not opening doors for you, or if they're not doing little things to show that they care about you just as a human being, there's not even a romantic thing, then you kick him out the door.
To you, to anyone watching, to anyone on earth, okay? Especially girls. You do not need someone to make you happy. If your happiness is tied to what another person feels or thinks of you, that is a low self-esteem issue.
Okay, but now, what if you're already in a relationship with someone, and so it's progressed, say it's like 9 months, and now your emotions are going to be reflected in this person that you're spending so much time with. Because when people say someone can't make you happy, well, someone can definitely make you sad.
Yeah, but that's another reason I don't get into relationships, because I don't like relinquishing power. And with power, I'm not saying like, oh my gosh, I'm the strong one. No, there's a very fine line between how much power to relinquish to be in a trusting relationship before you start to get sad because they're not paying attention to you. And I think that's the problem a lot of people have, is that they expect a relationship to fix everything that's going wrong with their life. Like, oh, everything else in my life sucks, but this person loves me, it's okay. And you can't think like that. You can't, because it doesn't happen like that. You will always end up crushed and defeated and miserable if you try and rest your happiness on this one person's shoulders, because they don't have that strength. No one has that.
But you know what? Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think you're thinking a little too deep into the relationship. You're overthinking it a little too much. I have been in a relationship for about 3.5 years right now, and let me tell you, he makes me happy. And I'm not saying my happiness is based solely on him, but he is a big part of my happiness. When your relationship is good, everything around you is good. And that's just my opinion personally. It could be different for you, it could be different for her, it could be different for her, it could be different for everyone. But for me, I am probably my most happy when my relationship is happy. No matter what relationship it is, whether it's with your boyfriend or your parents or a friend or whatever. Even with your dog. If your dog's not happy, you're going to be like, oh, what's wrong? You begin to feel not happy. So I don't want to give advice only because, you know, I've been with this guy for so long. I don't know if my advice is gonna work for you, but just give it a chance. See how it goes. Test the waters.
What do you guys think are the pitfalls that women fall into in relationships?
One for me would be if you're introducing like the new love of your life to your friends or your family, and a lot of them are saying we don't like him or her, there's something off about them, then I think that's a real big indication that this person is not good for you. A lot of my friends got into relationships and they've introduced this person to us or to their parents, and we're all saying the same thing. You're not seeing something here. This person is not good. Listen to that advice.
I think a big pitfall that brings down relationships from a woman's point of view, because that's the question, is other women getting involved with like your guys' like girlfriends, overly involved in like chatting with them, especially if they have like a lot of friends who are girls. That could just mess you up because now you know like his dirty secrets from high school and stuff that you really should have never knew in the first place. And now you know which one in his friend group he kissed with at after prom. And it just will get in your head and just be like, oh shit, now I kind of hate her. But also other women kind of destroy other women's relationships too. I just know a lot of friends who are totally okay with being the other woman, and it's really messed up. If someone is dedicated to someone else, leave them alone. Don't get involved with a guy who's already taken because, okay, so if he leaves the girl for you, what's gonna hold him back from leaving you for another girl? It's just poor character.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is girls who tell other girlfriends their problems and expect them to kind of agree with them or give them some type of advice to benefit them. For instance, I have a friend who has been dating this guy for 4 years and continuously, year, day, month after month, hurting her, cheating on her, whatever. She comes up to me, she comes up to all of her other friends and constantly says, oh, I hate him, I hate this, why does he do this to me, I do everything for him. And it's like, why give advice to someone like that if they're not going to take it? So it's like, you look stupid, they look stupid, you're wasting your time, they're most definitely wasting their time. So it's like, what's the whole point of being in an unhealthy relationship, telling your problems to your friends or family, and then not even doing it? I think that's a big fault a lot of women have, for sure.
I also think a reason relationships fall are too many gender stereotypes. Just period. Just everyone says a guy is gay if he like sits down and does nails or something. If you're asking the ones in relationships, if your boyfriend sat down and was doing your nails and talked to you about your day, like had actual communication with you, wouldn't that make the relationship stronger rather than weakening it?
Absolutely, 100% stronger.
So gender stereotypes and girls have to do this, guys have to do this thing, that crushes a lot of relationships. If the ladies out there with boyfriends if their boyfriends are really into sports and they don't like them, throw up your hair and go jogging with them. And in return, just have them do something that's considered typically girly with you.
A lot of stereotypical things go around in today's society about relationships, and you know, you can't really judge if you've never even been in a relationship. So
I think also.
Oh, I didn't mean to do.
Shots fired! Ow!
That was
Why you just agreed with me 100 times?
I'm sorry.
I think okay, so I think we've covered the relationship topic pretty thoroughly from the female perspective. Tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next week.